You're now tuned into the smooth sounds of TMG. I'm your host, the Marcus Garrett. Some states are just more expensive, so there's different factors that you want to keep in mind as you're negotiating your salary, or you're thinking about relocating to another state. Or maybe you just want to visit and you're wondering roughly how much this state or city will cost to stay or live in, or even to visit. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. When I'm doing that, I typically look at 3 different calculators. I'll talk about those in a second. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, a little bit of background about the U.S. The median household salary, according to the United States Census Bureau, is about $62,000 as of 2019. The median salary for an individual is around $34,000, which makes sense because that's about half of $60,000. Again, those 2 sources are the U.S. Census Bureau. However, what's the cost of living? What's the cost of living in Texas, where I'm from, California, New York, Florida? You can actually answer those questions, and it's through a cost of living calculator. There's typically 3 cost of living calculators that I look at. There may be an infinite amount out there, but this video would be forever long. So we're gonna look at my 3 favorites. From left to right, that is salary.com, bankrate.com, and cnnmoney.com. Each of these have a free cost of living calculator that you can all use, and we're going to walk through those real quickly. Let's hop over to a few different calculators. I've actually pre-populated these, so if you go to salary.com and visit their cost of living calculator, salary.com is a great resource for, as you might imagine, negotiating your salary and generally finding out information about your salary. The cities that I use is, I'm an auditor, so with cost of living at salary.com, they'll actually ask you to also plug in your current job title, your current salary, present location, and where you want to work in the future. Like I said, I pre-populated this information. I used Austin, Texas. And if I wanted to move to New York, specifically the Manhattan area, for those of you from New York, I use 10013, if that means anything to you as far as zip codes. And so here's the information that salary.com gives you. With a salary of $50,000, how much more or less will it take you to live in your new city? And then you scroll down, it lets me know that there's a 98% cost of living change to go from Austin to New York. Yet I'd probably only be looking at a 23% salary change. So a little bit of math here. I needed to make up a difference of about 70%. As you see here, my cost of living goes up, but the difference is that I have less disposable income. So as you can see, salary.com is warning me, think carefully. They are saying, looks like this move could have a negative net change on your disposable income. Basically, they're saying if you go to New York from Austin and you don't get a significant salary increase, you're going to lose a lot of money, at least $37,000. And then there's some other factors that it goes into. Each calculator kind of has its own unique information. They'll break down current location, new location, and effectively cost of living. That's salary.com. You can check it out. As usual, everything that you need from this video is in the video description.